What's going on? It's your boy, Gackt Cognac, back with another video. Now, your boy Gackt Cognac has just sold a game, happens to be Silent Hill 4 on PS2. So, if you look closely, the game has scratches, some minor, some deep in there, but who wants to let a game get shipped out when it's like that? Because if I bought a game and it's all jacked up like that, I wouldn't want to keep it. I want to return it, right? So, I'm going to show you guys how to clean this disc up the poor man's way. Alright, if you don't have any professional cleaner like the JFJ Pro or a couple of other ones that are more professional that could cost up to like $1,000, man, you're going to want to get something easy like this. A drill. $20, get you a cord wired one, or if you have one laying around, which most people do. Second of all, you're going to need buffing pads and the drill attachment for it. So these come right off. This is the attachment. That'll cost you for the whole set about $17.99 at Lowe's. So check that out. They have a whole set over there. And it comes with multiple attachments, including the solution to buff out the disc. Because that's the most important part, is you need the solution to give it a clean finish. Now, I tossed that one out because the one that they give you is garbage. So what I did was I bought turtle wax. You can use the Meguiar's, but I find that turtle wax works well with this whole operation. So this will set you back about maybe $8 or $9. You get at Target, you get at any car store. So O'Reilly's, you name it, AutoZone. Anyways, after that, you're just gonna need a couple things that you probably have lying around at home. One thing, tape. Who don't have tape, right? Get some of that. Some scissors, and a little microfiber so you don't risk damaging the disc after you clean it up. All right, first procedure, we're gonna put the attachment on like that on the drill. All right, now, judging by the disc, since this one has some deeper scratches, I would use the sanding attachment. So this one is actually 1500 grit, right? There's another one, this one is 800 grit. So the higher the number, the finer the grit. And then this one is 2000 grit, that's why it's more on a like a softer surface. So you go from smaller numbers to larger numbers as you polish through. So I'm gonna show you guys how that works, all right? All right, get you a nice clean surface to work on. And we got this little nice surface right here where you can check everything out. You can even see the camera and me. But as you can see, you know, here is the reflection and here are the scratches on the disc. We don't want all these fine scratches on here, man. So here's what we're gonna do. All right, get you some tape. First, you're gonna want to cut this just enough that it'll cover up the hole on the center of the disc. Because if you don't, and when you start doing your sanding and your polishing, what'll happen is all that debris will get into this center ring. And if you're a collector like me, you're not gonna want to see all that white stuff get up in here like that, because that's not gonna look good. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cover it up like that. Ring doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to cover this ring so that you don't have to get anything in here. So with that done, second of all, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna take some tape. You're gonna fold that up. And you're gonna wanna fold it into like a nice square like I just did, and just stick it right in the middle. So if you do that, that'll keep this disc secure when you're doing your polishing, like that. Now, if you just did it like the getaway and covered up this whole thing, you might risk, because this being an old game, like a PS2 game that's been around for a while, you might peel the whole label off. So keep it in the middle so you don't gotta worry about taking off some of the label and the print off of the game. So you keep it as fresh as possible. All right, here's what we're gonna do. What I like to do first is, I don't have this on here. I like to give it a dry polish first with the buffing pad. Now they say you know, the cleaner the better, but sometimes if you have some of the debris, I find that's from your old polishing solution, it works just as well as using the sander. So like if you got a disc that's like not that messed up, if you just use this without anything to begin with, it'll buff out all the finer things out of the disc. So we're gonna start. You wanna make sure you apply a firm grip to the disc while you do this, because you will eject this disc to somewhere that you probably can't find or even break the disc. So make sure you do that. So just like that, the disc is already a lot cleaner because I only did half of the side right here. So if you compare it, if I get all this debris off, if you compare the sides, this side should be a lot cleaner than that side. So see, there's still a lot of scratches on this side. All right, so just gonna go all around and get a little bit more tape on this thing. The key is you want to have control over this drill at all times so you don't mess it up and give it bad angles, so you're not polishing one side more than the other. So anyway, all right, so the disc, all the minor scratches are already gone off the disc now, and we can still see that there's like some deeper scratches in there. See, some deeper scratches all up on the sides and stuff. That's when you know you need something a little bit more abrasive. So start with the super fine pad, the 200 grit pad, and see what I can polish off first before I move to the next level. Like I said, you don't want to get too deep with a very rough pad and get so many scratches on there that it'll take forever for you to buff out. So we're gonna start off with a finer one. So we're taking off this piece right here. I'm gonna come back to that later for the finer polish. All right. So I'm gonna apply that back on. Bam. So this will make the game look like it's all jacked up in the beginning, but once you get to polishing, it'll look a lot better. So we're gonna start. Just work your way around it while applying pressure. All right. After you do a good amount, you're gonna see that there's a lot of micro scratches on there. So what you're doing is you're blending all the scratches in one with the existing scratches. So later when you polish, you get an even polish. There's a point where you look finally into the disc, and while you're looking at the disc, you might still see some scratches that stick out more than the others. So you're gonna have to look for those scratches. Like there's one right there, if you could see it. There's a few of them that are a lot deeper. Now, I doubt even if I polish a game like this to the point where, you know, it just has minor scratches, the game's gonna play. But, you know, being the perfectionist that I am and being a collector, I want this game to be as clean as possible. So we're gonna move up to the next level. Now, I'm gonna move it up to the next grit, 1500. Throw that on there. And this one, be very careful when you do this, because this is a higher grit. You're gonna have to be careful about how you sand this, because you might damage the disc. So this gets really hot sometimes because of the friction. So take a break every once in a while, let it cool off, and then start back at it again. You don't want to mess with the data on the disc. As you're using this next step, you already see that it's creating another layer of scratches. So you You want to be very fine with this and very easy about it. You don't want to go too much on one side and the other side. So you just want to go buff around in circles like this. Like, don't apply too much pressure. Just let the drill do the work. Might want to clean it off every once in a while so the dust will get it off of there. And you won't wear a mask if you're scared of all the debris that's flying around. It's probably safer for you. I should be doing it too, but you know, I'm trying to speak clearly, so. Anyways, you keep on going. All right. So you want to work your way all the way back down from the grit of what you started with, which is the 2000. And that way, you know, you get even distributions. So we'll move on to the next part, do the same thing. All right, see, now it's starting to look a lot better already as we're moving down the line, but the fun part starts right now when we take this off and attach the polishing pad. There's the fun part. I'll show you guys how to do it. You get the script doctor, well, scratch doctor, whatever you want to call it, turtle wax, and then you want to start applying like dabs. Like, don't go too crazy. You don't want too much. And we get even distribution around this whole thing. But like I said, not too much. And then, fun part starts. There we go, same motion. And remember to hold it down tight, because this one has a lot more grip, so you will send that disc flying, so caution, man. So as you can see, as it's starting to buff, it's already looking a lot more clean on one side than the other. It doesn't take much, man. That's why I love it so much. Like, if you like polishing your car and all that stuff, it's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. So we go. So like I say, you don't want too much compound on there, because too much is going to cause too much of the liquid to be all over the disc, and it'll take you forever to polish it off. So less is more. All right, that didn't take long at all. Less than 20 minutes total. So check it out, man. Not a single scratch left. And I didn't even have to use a cloth yet, but I'm gonna use it now to get the rest of the stuff off. That's why I don't like using that much polish, because you can get it to be clean without the cloth. So you're gonna want a clean cloth as well, so you don't jack it up. But it's a lot better. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. That is clean as hell. Check it out. See that? Compared to it before. And now you can finally take out the tape that I stuck on there. So that's why using that tape right here in the center worked out so well, because now you don't have all that crap stuck in the middle. So you got a nice looking game right now. Yeah, and that's how it's done. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial video. Next time around, I'll probably show you guys how I do the PS3 models, the fat models where it's all glossy, and you know how it always comes all scratched up. You can apply the same technique to the same thing. So stay tuned for the next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's your boy, Gackt Cognac, signing out with another fire video.